At some point, every woman starts asking the same question. Am I too old to wear this? And the problem isn't the question, it's the way we've been taught to answer it. Because dressing your age isn't actually the goal. Dressing in a way that reflects who you are is. The reason this question even comes up, am I too old for this, is because we've been taught that style has an expiration date. That at a certain point, we're supposed to start pulling back, blending in, and dressing appropriately. But what often gets lost in that is the person wearing the clothes. First of all, there's a search problem. You'll see this everywhere. Fashion over 40. What to wear over 50. I understand why people search for that. They're looking for guidance. But those aren't actually the right questions to be asking, because they immediately put you into a restrictive category, instead of helping you understand what actually works for the real you. I get asked about dressing your age all the time, and I have a slightly different perspective on it. Instead of dressing for your age, focus on dressing for your personality. Because when something aligns with who you are, it just looks right, no matter your age. The difference isn't age, it's whether something feels like you or feels like a costume. If something feels forced, like you're trying too hard or like you're chasing something, that's when it starts to look off. But when something reflects your personality, it just settles into place. Where we tend to get in trouble is when we try to recreate what sexy looked like in our 20s. Back then, it might have been about showing more skin, more exposure. But as we get older, sexy becomes much more subtle and often much more impactful. There are certainly pieces that look incredible on young, firm bodies, like crop tops or mini skirts. But if you've got legs like Tina Turner, why on earth would you hide them? The trick is to not reveal everything at once. Choose one of your best assets to highlight. Great legs, a lower neckline, bare shoulders. When everything isn't competing for attention, what you do show becomes much more powerful. As we age, our bodies change, and we don't need to fight that. We can work with it. Sometimes it's as simple as creating a smoother foundation, not to make yourself look smaller, but to create clean, uninterrupted lines. The right undergarments, including body-smoothing shapewear, will make a world of difference with your body-conscious clothes. You just want a silhouette devoid of lines, lumps, and bulk. In fact, you can choose the next size up in restrictive shapewear to ensure comfort. You'll still create a smooth, panty line-free silhouette, but you won't be continuously conscious of something squeezing you. Because when the foundation is right, everything you put on top of it looks better. I've included a link to my post, Get the Skinny on the Sneaky Undergarments You Need. It has links to some of my favorite body smoothers. I'll also link the related video to it here if you'd like to dive deeper. When it comes to dressing any age, context matters. No matter your age or personality, what you wear still needs to fit the moment. For instance, you shouldn't compete with the bride. It's her day to shine. And reconsider going overtly sexy at the office or when meeting your partner's family for the first time. When in doubt, ask yourself, what message do I want to send? And then there are trends. Trends are not just for the young. They're for anyone they feel right on. But if the trend is skinny jeans and crop tops and that doesn't feel right for your personality or isn't a flattering look for you, skip it. The next trend is coming up right behind it. What I'm actually more concerned about is women dressing older than they are, hiding behind oversized clothing or settling for pieces that feel dull or outdated. You don't have to choose things that don't reflect who you are. Even women in their 80s and 90s don't need to condemn themselves to that. You can take the same piece, a leather jacket, a dress, a pair of jeans, and put it on two different women at two different ages. And it doesn't look right or wrong because of age. It looks right or wrong based on if it flatters their shape and coloring and whether it reflects who they are. If you're not sure whether something is working, here's a simple way to evaluate it. Ask yourself 3 things. Does it flatter my shape and coloring? Does it reflect my personality? And does it feel appropriate for where I'm going? If the answer is yes to those 3 things, it works. Ask yourself, does this reflect who I am and how I want to show up? Because that's what people are responding to when something looks good. Not your age, but your presence. The goal isn't to look younger, and it's not to look older. It's to look like yourself at this stage in your life. So don't worry about dressing your age. Just focus on dressing like you. Do you like what you're learning? I teach you all of this and so much more in my transformational masterclasses. They're your 3 simple steps to building a beautiful wardrobe that fills you with confidence and makes you shine. You'll find the link below to learn more. And if you like more tips like this, you can join my VIP newsletter using the link below. I'll see you in the next video. Bye for now.